Hello and very warm welcome at Amish Shackle 5858. I am Amish Shackle. Foreign news have been reported by American, European, Asian, African, Australian news channels and the news agencies. So please, let's go to the headlines.
David Muir, ABC's World News Tonight, America's most watched newscast. Now streaming same day with all the breaking news of the day on Disney Plus. Most watched, most trusted. Now on Disney Plus every night.
Tonight, there is breaking news just as we come on the air. What the FBI is now revealing about Savannah Guthrie's mother. Tonight, for the first time, those crucial overnight hours, the timeline, what happened to Nancy Guthrie. And tonight here, Today Show host Savannah Guthrie and her siblings and their heartbreaking plea to the person or people who took their mother, and Savannah's message to her mother.
Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman.
Tonight, the FBI and what they're now revealing, and the sheriff with hope, with prayers across this country for Nancy Guthrie.
We believe Nancy is still out there.
Tonight, the evidence here, the blood at the home, the new timeline, news on the doorbell camera, and what the alleged ransom note might describe. Our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, in Tucson with what he's learned tonight. Also breaking at this hour, the images coming in, a car slamming into a grocery store, multiple people killed, trapped as the car smashed into the store, and we're on the scene. Tonight, the deadly crash of a police helicopter, 2 troopers killed, including the pilot. That chopper going down while trying to help officers during a shootout on the ground below. The new and harrowing video tonight, a driver ramming into an airport terminal, barreling into the airport past a TSA line, travelers and employees right nearby. The car making it all the way to the ticket counter. The barriers did not work. Tonight we're tracking yet a new storm, and with it the coldest air of the winter yet. The Northeast set to get hit, dangerous below zero wind chills from Washington to Philadelphia, New York City to Boston. Lee Goldberg standing by with the forecast. Tonight here, the disturbing surveillance appearing to show a daycare worker throwing a shoe at a 5-year-old girl with special needs. Other staffers appearing to laugh. Tonight, the family calling for criminal charges. Tonight, after that scare on the slopes, American Olympic star Lindsey Vonn crashing, airlifted out. Tonight, we have new video right here, her injury now, and what she's now doing. It is stunning, and you'll see it here. And tonight, there's also news coming in from Barry Manilow on his health.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this
Africa News. The news.
In some parts of the world, access to education remains difficult due to a lack of internet connection or even smartphones. To address this challenge, students Happy Niyorurema and Mam Niang at Texas Christian University have developed a solution that delivers educational content via phone without requiring a smartphone. The innovation was recognized in Dubai, where they received the global-based MGov award.
When we talk about AI, we assume that people have access to the internet to use that AI. But we have 2.9 billion people, most of which live in the global south, who don't have access to internet. That is a little over 1/3 of the world's population. So what we worked on was building our own AI, artificial intelligence large language model, but we did not deploy it on the web. We deployed it on telephony.
The solution works through simple phone calls, giving everyone access to these educational resources, whether they live in cities or in remote areas.
It's extremely easy to use. You don't have to have a smartphone. And so I think that's why this solution is really innovative, because we're always assuming that people have access to smartphones, to internet. But with this, you can have the most basic phone and you'll be able to use it. And also, we've started our pilot program in Rwanda, but we're going to expand all across Africa, starting with Senegal, Zambia, and all countries in Africa.
The summit brought together government representatives from around the world to discuss innovation, technology, and improving public services. It concluded on Thursday.
Back home at last for 89 Christians held captive, since criminal gangs attacked 3 churches in northern Nigeria in mid-January. The worshippers arrived on a bus escorted by security forces and were received by the governor of Kaduna State. He said they were the last of nearly 200 people taken during Sunday services on the 18th of January.
I'm happy to announce that all of them have been certified medically fit and they have all returned home and they are at home now. 172 out of them, as you are aware, about 83 were the people that returned about 3 days ago, and 89 were the ones that were rescued. Only yesterday, or only today.
The circumstances of their release were not revealed. Paying ransom is illegal in Nigeria, but the government is suspected of resorting to it regularly. The Kaduna kidnappings followed another mass abduction and subsequent release of hundreds of Catholic school children in neighboring Niger state late last year. Nigeria is plagued by a security crisis with armed gangs, jihadist groups and farmer-herder conflict in several parts of the country. Organizers of an international flotilla of boats carrying humanitarian aid to Gaza last year say they plan a bigger mission of more than 100 vessels in March. The announcement was made in Johannesburg at the headquarters of the foundation of late South African President and Nobel Peace Laureate Nelson Mandela.
Hereby we are coming with the announcement that we will sail with, this time, thousands of participants, including more than 1,000 doctors, nurses, health professionals, over 100 boats. And here we are inviting hereby participants from every nation, from every country. The departure will be at the national historic departure from Barcelona, followed by Tunisia, Italy, and other Mediterranean ports.
Mandela's grandson Mandla says they chose to make the announcement at the foundation to highlight his grandfather's support for the Palestinian cause.
We therefore want to call on all members of parliament who support the Palestinian cause to join us. And we call on our president, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, to implement what was adopted by our national.
Corruption allegations within Toronto's police force this Thursday night. Multiple officers accused of tipping off criminals.
This news is both shocking and completely unacceptable.
And the suspected plot to murder a corrections officer. Fresh federal rebates, the incentive aimed at jolting more Canadians into buying electric vehicles.
Your children will not rest until we are together again.
The Guthrie family's heartbreaking plea to their mother's kidnappers.
We want to talk to you and we are waiting for contact.
The new details police are now confirming. Greener Games, our Mike Armstrong is in Milan on the goal to make them more eco-friendly. Plus, backlash against a Canadian pop star. Why some people are mad she made this Olympic ad.
Hi, we're a bit lost.
National with Donna Friesen.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. We begin with a corruption scandal linked to organized crime within Canada's largest municipal police force. 8 current and former Toronto police officers are accused of accepting bribes, aiding drug traffickers, and leaking personal information to criminals. As part of a sweeping investigation, 19 other people are accused of a range of crimes, including bribery, conspiracy to murder, and drug trafficking.
First, to those charged today, you will answer for your actions in a court of law. And to our over 8,000 members, the allegations against these individuals do not represent the Toronto Police Service. They do not represent who you are.
Toronto.
Fox News alert: major developments in the mysterious disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's mother. The FBI is deploying task force specialists all across Arizona. A reward of $50,000 has been set for tips that lead to Nancy Guthrie's location. At this hour, the Guthrie family's waiting for proof of life. And Savannah's brother, Cameron, just released this video. Watch.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
And in terms of suspects, the sheriff hasn't ruled anyone out.
And I want to be very clear. At this time, we have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are working our best to do that. But to be clear, we have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect. We're just not there. We're not there yet.
Tonight, there's some new details. On the alleged ransom note, it includes deadlines and walks.
I think we start to look at what the deadlines were in the note. First, I think it was 5 o'clock today, and then it had a second deadline after that. So we are continuing in a normal kidnapping case, still trying to discuss that.
Hello, you're watching Sky News. I'm Nick Qureshi. Here are the headlines.
Sorry for having believed Mandelson's lies and appointed him.
Sir Keir Starmer apologises for appointing Peter Mandelson as US ambassador. While the King's question Prince Andrew's links to Jeffrey Epstein. Also ahead, US and Snoop Dogg is cheered as he carries the Olympic through Milan.
Monday on ABC. Today, new defence pact witnesses major security treaty Indonesia.
The best way to peace and stability in our region is by acting together.
Grandparents of missing boy Gus Lamont release a statement through their lawyers after police declare his disappearance a major crime. Tony Mock-Belafree man was abandoned in case against the Melbourne underworld figure. And Australian snowboarder Valentino Gazzelli soars into the final after last-minute at the Winter Olympics. Hello and welcome to ABC News. I'm Ros Childs. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has signed a major...
Is Asia Now.
It's 12 p.m. in Singapore and Hong Kong, 9:30 New Delhi, 11 o'clock in Jakarta. I'm Genevieve Wu at this hour. U.S. President Donald Trump endorses Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi in a break from tradition. Meanwhile, heavy snowfall forecast this weekend is raising concerns over voter turnout. Thailand is also preparing to choose its next government on Sunday, with Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul planning a return to power. We look at whether a new political dynasty could be in the making. Plus,
Thank you for watching Ahmed Shakil 5858. I am Ahmed Shakil. I hope you will visit again. Have a good life. Bye-bye.